Hello, welcome back to my video. I am Ram Krishna. In this session, we will see how to do continuous integration and continuous deployment using Docker Linux container. So let us create a new project. Select .NET Core Web Application. Give a valid name. Here, please make note that I am selecting place solution and project in the same directory, because if we separate the solution and the application directory, the Docker which created will be a problem in deploying the Azure DevOps pipeline. So that's why I'm created it in a single folder itself. So let us see. Our Docker file is building. Well, it's built. So this is our Docker file. So let me explain what this Docker file does briefly. So let me explain what are the stages this Docker file has. In the stage 1, it basically building the application and its dependencies. At this stage, it restores the packages and dependencies in our application required to build. And notice that the project in the .NET Core SDK, which is our base image. So it creates a build in this initial stage. The source for this dependency is also received from mcr.microsoft.com. Once the dependencies was received, it was exposed in the port 80 and 443. Once stage 1 build is completed, in the second stage Docker file, using that build is start to publish that file. We publish our application and store generated binaries in the app directory in this stage. And after that, in the third stage, we use the .NET Core runtime in our base layer and copy this binary to app directory in the generated in the previous stage. You can see that our base is used in the stage 1, was used in the stage 3. So guys, we are done with creating Docker file. Let us build this Docker image. To speed up the things, in the Visual Studio Code I already downloaded and installed it in my system, and I also added Docker add-on extension for this Visual Studio Code. You can go to the extension and search Docker and you will find Docker add-on. So if you see I already installed, you guys, if you want, you can install it. So why we need this extension? Because in the using Docker command prompts, it is bit time consuming to check the images, list of images available, and registries we connected to Docker Hub, and query the running Docker images. To speed up these things, I just installed this add-on. You can see that my previous images I created will be available in the left side of the UI. And if you go to the command prompt, and you can also type the images, the PowerShell terminal is directly available within the Visual Studio Code. It's an open source and freely available for everyone to download. So we can also query the running processes, etc. Again, we are back to Visual Studio and run using our local Docker, and we'll see image is up and running, and we can verify through Visual Studio Code using Docker extension. Application is successfully built and it's running. And now go to Visual Studio Code and verify the process is running. Yes, our container is running. So our image is successfully running. So let us go back to our application. Now we created a sample project. Now add this project to GitHub so that we can able to integrate continuous integration and continuous delivery. To do that, let us add it to add source control. Go to Team Explorer, go to publish to GitHub. So just click on publish. So I already logged into the GitHub, so it is already configured for me. For you guys it is not. Just log into the GitHub and you will get your login over there. So it's such repositories created. So let us go and check that in GitHub all the files are uploaded. Yeah, it's everything is done fine. So guys, now let us go to the portal, Azure portal, and create a resource. Just add a resource, give a proper name, select the region as East US, and create. Yes, our resource is created. Now go to the div and azure.com where Azure DevOps, create a new project, give a valid, select as a public, create. Now a project is successfully created. Go to project setting, click on service connections, create a service connection. If you are thinking why we need a service connection, why we are creating a Docker registry, if you remember, our aim is we need a project whenever we commit through Visual Studio and commit the latest to GitHub repositories, we need to build Docker image and push that image to these repositories in the Docker Hub. To do that, DevOps pipelines need permission access to this Docker Hub. To give permission, we are going to create service registries and Docker Hub. Here we give permission to access the Docker registry through this method. So let us create a Docker registry and give a service name as whatever you want, and verify and click save. So Docker registry is created. Now we if you remember, we created a resource. For this resource group, we need to give a permission to access in the DevOps. So go to our DevOps, create Azure Resource Manager, create service principal automatic, subscription name, fill in your login details. Select the resource group we created, give a service name, create the Azure service connection, now we successfully created the Azure service connection and Docker registry. Now go to the pipeline, create a new pipeline, click on GitHub. So if you guys remember, we just created a repository in the GitHub, just created this image in the Docker in the GitHub. If you guys not getting this UI, it will ask to select the GitHub, and it will ask for the credential, login credential. Once you give login credential, it will automatically direct your repository list. So I already logged in and given permission to access my GitHub. So yes, it will ask like this. Once you click approve and install, it will allow you need to authorize for the Azure DevOps to use your GitHub repositories. So now I am selecting this start with minimal pipeline. You can also do with the build and push in Azure Container Registry. As of now, we are not using Azure Container Registry push or pull the image. We are directly using Docker Hub to do that. So I'm just rather than using existing pipeline, we are gonna write an empty YAML file. Basically, YAML is a data serialization language designed to be directly writable and readable by humans. Selected master as a branch for our GitHub, and virtual machine images Ubuntu latest. Let's add steps to create Azure images here. If you see, I just added a steps for build an image. So in the container registry type, I given a container registry, the Docker endpoint, the service connection we previously created, I given Docker registry RK, and we give the Docker file name. We created variable image name. So what is this variable? Why we need this image name? See, this is the Docker ID of mine. If you're using if you're doing creating YAML file by yourself, then you have to replace with this ID with your own ID, and this is the name it gonna create in the repositories. In Docker Hub, the file, the repository, the build image will be pushed to here. So whatever the name you given here will be appears in the Docker Hub. So give a proper name for. Usually it is better to give your project name, because if you publish the project to GitHub, Docker Hub, then by default it will get project name. So just give a project name for this. Okay, so along with the project number, it will suffix the build number to the image name. So similarly, we need to have another steps to publish an image, push to image. So we have the code to push an image to the Docker registry service point we previously created. Find the Docker file, image name. So that's it, guys. We almost completed our. To make things easier, we can use show assist, that is in the right side of it, and write YAML easily. So just save and run this pipeline. Commit message. So give setup CI with Azure pipelines. Save and run. Pipeline is creating. Let me see how job executes. In the meanwhile, if you go to my Docker Hub and repository, I have two repositories in my Docker Hub. and I'm creating new one through CI pipeline using DevOps. Image build done successfully. It is pushing image to Docker Hub. So pipeline executed successfully. Yes. If you go and see your Docker Hub, there should be an image created and published to Docker Hub. Yes. So we using this image, we create an app service, and let us check how it works. So we already have a resource. Earlier we created a resource, web app docker demo in Visual Studio 29 resource group. For this resource group we will create an app service, create a new app service. Create the resource group we previously created, given name docker continuous integration, continuous delivery demo. Yes, this instance name is available. Publish as a Docker container. Select region as East US, because in most of our free instances is available from the East US. So just select East US. So we are getting image from the Docker Hub. So our image is public, and image and the tag name. We will get our image and tag name from our Docker Hub. Copy paste it to our application. Review and create. Click on create. Our web app is started to deploy. Deployment is complete. Go to resource. So URL for app service created. Before that, in the container setting, we need to make sure that continuous deployment is enabled. Otherwise our CI/CD pipeline will not work for the app service. So continuous deployment is enabled. Also, I would like to make a note in this. If you go and see our Docker Hub repositories, in the repo we have this ID, we have this tag for our Docker image. So this was published along with the CI pipeline. Along with the CI pipeline, it is just published our Docker image. If you see here, so please note that if you don't have this the tag over here in this image, then the site might not be work till we create a release pipeline. It will work after creating release pipeline, but before that it will not work. So make sure that after image is pushed to app service, in the image and optional tag you will get exactly what it is pushed. You can cross check through the Docker Hub. or else you can cross check with the pipeline while it is publishing. Now our site is up and running fine, so no problem. Now we need to make this release completely automatic. I mean, complete CI/CD should be enabled. To do that, we already created a build pipeline for this. We will create a release pipeline. If you see here a rocket icon, just click on this release, create a new release. So we are gonna use Azure App Service deployment. If you see the description, we have application, Azure app, choose from web app, Windows, Linux, container. So we are using container, we are using this release pipeline. Give a proper name, release CI/CD staging stage. And go to the job, select. If you remember, in project setting we also created Azure service connection. For this purpose we created only for that particular resource group. So app type should be, we are hosting our app service in a container, the two Linux containers, so web app for Linux container, and app service name is, we already created app service. So Docker CI/CD demo, registry namespace. Registry or namespace is nothing but our Docker ID. Repo is nothing but our Docker image name. Save this. Click on root folder and save. Now go to pipeline. We need to add an artifact for this. So type of artifact, we are using Docker Hub. So select this Docker registry we previously created. Once if you configured everything fine, then if after selecting your Docker registry, the remaining things will automatically populates. So repositories, click on it. So we need to enable continuous deployment trigger, add and save. Okay, just manually run and confirm it's working fine. Create, release on is created. Let me see. It started to execute. Docker image is pushing to the server. A release pipeline is successfully executed. You can see if you want a summary. So now just check that our CI/CD cycle worked perfectly as we expected. So go to our project, go to index view and change the content here. CI/CD. Save and commit to the GitHub. After it sync with the repo, our pipeline should automatically started. Go to pipeline. Yes, pipeline started. Go to see job and we'll see. Image build successful. It is pushing an image. If you observe, the build ID is incremented by one number. So our next build should be .2 at the end of the numeric digit. So CI pipeline executed successfully. Release 2 is scheduled and started. Release pipeline started execution. Release pipeline executed successfully. So let us reload and see our new image is pushed to Docker Hub. Yeah, we have new image here. So go to our app service, see container setting. Yes, image successfully updated. It successfully pulled the image and executed the code. If you see logging, go to the overview and browse. Yes, we successfully integrated CI/CD to our .NET Core app using Docker. So let us cross check again, it's working fine. Just change the content and commit it to GitHub. Sync with the GitHub repo. Successfully synced. Go to our pipeline, see it started. Refresh the page. Yes, our job started. CI pipelines started successfully. So CI pipeline successfully executed. If you see a right mark here, go to release 3 scheduled. 3 out of 2 tasks completed in release cycle. So release pipeline executed successfully. Just refresh the page and see. Yes, it's working fine. So that's it guys. When each time we push a change to the master branch, the build will be triggered to build our application, then build a Docker image and push it to Docker Hub. So thank you for watching. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe it. Thank you.